Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Microsoft, it's up 0.5%. So we talked about it in my last video that I think there is a huge opportunity. This thing might be running next. And this is exactly what happened yesterday. This thing ran. I did not cover these mega caps yesterday. And now today, continuation up to almost 420, which is the upper weekly expected move. Got a rejection there. We all know that 20-day is negative slope here, 20-day moving average, and the resistance at 420. So it came down and now trading over 413. So that's going to be your dip buying zone going into tomorrow. If there is a a pullback, we get some sort of a pullback, a dip here on Microsoft. But if this thing breaks over 420, next thing you know, this gap comes into play, guys. So watch out. Microsoft on the move, and it can move even higher, like I said before, and now it's doing it at this time. On AMD, it's down near 0.5%, so nothing big. And if you look at my screen, I was actually holding here at 113. It actually held support rising 5-day moving average. So 113, your line the sand. If this thing gives up that, then it'll come down, and this bear flag might play out once again like it did before here, 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 and even maybe right here. So 113 holds up. We can possibly make a move up to 118. And if this thing gets over 18 and possibly gets up to like 122, and holds right here, that's going to be the breakout. And this thing will definitely make a move back up to the upside. Now, if this thing comes under 113, there will be a dump off all the way down to 110. And then these lows might be tested once again right here on AMD. And here's my X account. And if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X. It's totally free. And you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. And let me just share some fantastic trade ideas with you guys. And I know a lot of people are taking credit. I'm not here to take credit or anything. It's funny how, some take credit on PLTR now, but we nailed puts at 125 Tuesday morning. This thing came back up again. I think that was yesterday at 125. I didn't even sell any there. And then what happened? We all know today that $100 puts I called went way over the money. And let me just show you guys not only this trade, look at these trade ideas right here. We took on PG right here. That was today. 165 calls under 163, pretty much at the low of the day or near 163 when I called it. Look at the timing here, 9:37 a.m. And what happened? You guys can go and check that out. MU puts, we took near 107, 100 puts. This one went in the money also. And not in the money, just a little bit off, I think by $2. But, who cares? Paid. Big money. Baba puts this one today. This thing was up big, and I called it. You can see, you can time it 9:54 a.m. 1DT puts $135 strike, and this thing went up over 800%. Huge. And you can see right here, Pepsi calls another player that we took profit. I got in here at 143 and some change, 145 calls, and this was another trade. So I'm only sharing just few trade ideas with you guys right here in this video, and all these trade ideas, and especially people that are serious. And I think I got serious people trading in my Patreon group, and that is why these people are actually making money. You can see right here, I just posted my plays right here, but look at all these plays that actually these people took, and they made money on all these plays. So these trade ideas, this is another play. Obviously he sold here. I'm still holding sharp puts that I took once again. 120 puts, it's near the money, still not selling. I got time. A bunch of other trades. Here's PG 175%. Here's another one 65%. So all these trade ideas, and especially people that are posting the gains right here and supporting this Patreon group. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys out there, and people that want to support and they want to learn and they're serious about trading. Definitely check out my link down below in the description for Patreon, guys. It's worth every penny if you go for that Premium Plus membership. On Meta, it's down 1.27%. So what goes up quickly must come down. And this is how technical works. I've been talking about it that it's getting really frothy and overextended. It can continue a little bit higher, but at some point you're going to see a correction, a pullback. And now not even 700 holding. And this thing came all the way down to 697.33, and it's not holding here. So basically it's trading below 20-day moving average. Now, if this thing cannot recapture, I would say 697 to 700, you're going to see Meta pulling back all the way down to 682, and from there, this downtrend can continue even more on Meta. Now to the upside, if we can get over 697 to 700 over this 20-day moving average, in that case, we have a shot where this thing can run up to 713, possibly up to even this 5-day moving average 716 to 725. On Apple stock, it's up 0.39%. So as I said before in my video, that target here on Apple stock, they're targeting this gap and looks like it's gonna go there. Might go there tomorrow, if not next week, to close this gap right here just under 250. So now there will be some resistance here at 247. If we can get over that, you're going to see a push up to 249, 250 to close this gap, and there will be gap fill reversal from there, I believe, on Apple. Now, if this thing pushes over that, then it can go and retest previous all-time highs 260. Now to the downside, right here, there will be support now at 244, 240, and then 237. On Amazon, stock is down 1.65%. So this is how it works. Every time Amazon gets down to lower Bollinger Band, right here, we get an explosive move to the upside. Now, this is not, playing out here. I can extend it a little bit, but that would look like, what actually Ron does, just extend that line and, say, hey, it's going to go up and all that. But you can see, I mean, it's still there. I can extend the lines, but it's not playing out. So what I'm going to do is take it off. And why? Because if this thing were to get that breakout, I'll definitely know because this thing will make a move up to 230, and over that, that's going to be the breakout that I'm looking for to the upside on Amazon. But also keep that in mind, it's hitting lower Bollinger Band just like here and just like every other time before, and then we get a big bounce back up to the upside. So this is not something you want to short into this hole. You're going to lose money on Amazon. So Amazon, watch out, 220, your key line in the sand, and then 216, 214, this gap down here. To the upside, if this thing makes a move, there will be resistance at 227 now because of this negative sloping 5-day moving average. Over that, right here at 228 also will be a resistant 50-day moving average. And then that's why I said that, 230, I would like to see it over 230. And then I'll know that, this breakout actually playing out here on Amazon and this thing going back up to close this gap at 236. So watch out Amazon in an interesting spot where I might be buying into it early as tomorrow, depending on how we open tomorrow, guys. On Google, stock is down 0.26%, so basically a flat day. When we came down, retested the support 184, and it actually held, went back up. So here on Google, guys, your key line in the sand, 184. But look at the way Bollinger Band coming down. If this thing wants to come down and this thing breaks below 184, you will see a drop down here, 178. Now, a lot of people, when you take a position as a trader, and people that are new, you take a position, let's say here, and then you're not selling, you went long, and you want to add, every dollar down, they'll ask you like, hey, can I add here? Can I add? No, there is a gap down here. You need to wait, and you just gotta have some patience. You cannot rush things, and just add into everything, and you're not waiting for the confirmation. I can add when this thing, goes back up. I can add right here on a breakout. Why would I just add here when I just bought the dip right here, right? So Google here, if you're buying, I would say wait and maybe watch if this thing comes down here. This is where it will be fantastic to go and add even more and possibly make a better position on Google to go long here. Now, to the upside, if this thing gets over, it's sitting over not quite over 187, but it's sitting right there. If this thing gets over this 5-day moving average, stays over that 187, it can possibly make a move up to 190, 193.47, and over that, this gap comes into play, which is going to be a huge upside for people that are holding and going long here on Google. Netflix also down today 1.80%, near 2%, and if you look at my screen, this thing came down, did not hold 1029, and looks like it came down here and barely holding 1022. This rising 13-day moving average as a support. So this is going to be a line in the sand, 1022. That gives up. We will be landing down here at 1000 flat once again on Netflix. Underneath that level, you're going to see a huge flush, possibly down here to close this gap from earnings. Now to the upside, if we get a bounce here on Netflix from there's support 1022, there will be resistance at 1029, 1040, and over that a retest of previous all-time highs 1064. On Tesla stock is down 1.71%. So Tesla had that bounce. And yesterday, I actually played some puts here on Tesla. And even today, guys, there was opportunity. People that don't know anything, they just go and buy into Tesla. You can short Tesla when timing is there. You can also buy that dip. And why? I actually shorted yesterday here at 362. We all know that's a big resistance right here. And you can see multiple rejection yesterday and today. I did not short today, but yesterday this thing paid. And today, same thing happened. 362 rejection came back, now 354. So that's a decent move, especially if you're playing short-term puts on Tesla. This thing paid really nicely yesterday, and if I was playing, could have made money on Tesla today. But there is so much to do in the market, guys. Unbelievable amount of opportunities in the market, but you just gotta time it. Now here on Tesla, you can see until we get over 362, it cannot continue up to 375. As long as we're under 362, there is support here. Well, not actually, I would say support. We're actually under that level 356 5-day moving average. So the next support here, the only thing I see, if this thing wants to come down, there will be support at 347ish to 350 and then 330. Nvidia stock it's up just over 0.5%. So Nvidia pretty much getting stalled out here and not really moving that much after closing that gap, just consolidating. So I think it's waiting for their earnings. And that is where you're going to see explosive move here on Nvidia. And that's why, my play on Nvidia, my time is over, until the next earnings. I'm not buying the dip. I'm not shorting Nvidia, not doing anything. So if you look at my screen, I think it came down pretty much here at 136 today, almost there, and this thing found support, went back up, and now sitting at 140 plus. So Nvidia 136 can hold. This thing will push back up to 144.56, and over that we might be retesting previous all-time highs once again. 136 breaks, in that case you're going to see this rising wedge playing out and possibly a move down to 130 and maybe even 126. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and definitely don't forget to hit that like button, guys. That is greatly appreciated.